guys, Indigo Eclipse here. It's been a little bit since I've done a video. I wanted to talk to you guys about Book of Shadows. I've had a lot of people ask me questions about how to start Book of Shadows, what goes into it, if you need a special type of book, and I'm going to share with you guys like my view and my opinion on Book of Shadows and how I've done mine. So for mine, first of all, I've started with just notebooks or journals that I thought were, that I liked. I don't know how to put it. So here is my very first one. I have several. I've been practicing the craft for a few years and you run out of room. This is my very first one that I started. It used to have like some decorations. They've come off. I'm not Englishing well today, guys. But like here I have like a picture I liked, got my initials in ruins, some flowers I've picked, and then like as I go into it, so I put like a little introduction like about when I started it and what was going on in my life. I have the Wiccan Read. I don't currently identify as Wiccan, but I have a lot of like Wiccan influence in my craft. I'm sure you guys have noticed. And then just, there's poems, the Wiccan Creed. I have quite a few, like invocations to the gods and goddesses that I've gotten, like either through other books or online things that I like to use or I thought would come in handy. I've documented, my self-dedication rite. I chose to do that. Not everybody has to do that. If you guys are curious about self-dedication, leave a like and a comment and let me know and I can do a video on that. I've got instructions. I have like a really long one about how to cast like a really long formal circle. I've got stuff about like my Mabon ritual right here. And I know technically you're not supposed to show other people your Book of Shadows, but this stuff that I'm showing you is stuff that you guys can find, like my personal experiences and stuff I'm not going to be showing. But I'm just wanting to show you guys kind of how I do it. So here's some more. This is like, I've taped in some flowers and I even have stuff that I've like printed off the internet, some chant ideas and spells and stuff. Let me see. Just thought I'd go, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've gotten. Like here I have a list of, this is a list of herbs and I printed it off the internet. It's very, like several pages and then I like taped it in there really good. But these are ones, and like they're, I don't know, nicknames? Because sometimes, when you guys are, how do I put this? Some people prefer to write their spells, their ingredients and stuff in kind of a code, you know, like the whole Eye of Newt and stuff like that. Like here's an example, Bat's Wing would be holly. So if you come across older spells or if you choose to write your spells like that to kind of keep your Book of Shadows secretive, I did put like a little cheat sheet, you know, because sometimes you forget things over the years, you know, you're absorbing and learning new information and you'll go, I've had this happen. I've looked at older spells and I'll be like, oh my gosh, you know, I have several that I've written in, like Nordic ruins and that was years ago. And I'm like, oh man, I need to, brush up on this. So if you do decide to do in code and stuff, it's fun. But I would definitely include like some kind of cheat sheet. I know that defeats the purpose of, you know, other people reading it, but I keep mine put up. They're personal. So that's the first one. And then I have this one here. It's a nice leather bound one. I haven't put any decorations on because this one's more, it has spells and rituals and stuff, but it's more like correspondences and stuff. And then this one, so that was a long time ago. This one's more of like a journal style Book of Shadows. So I use, the first one has a lot of like my foundation information, my references. And then this one is more of like documenting the spells I've done, how they've worked out, things that have been going on in my life, that especially things that relate to witchcraft, because everything that you experience is going to affect your witchcraft. Even if it's from like a bad day, you know, that can all mess with your energy and your witchcraft. And I do have correspondence, a few in here as well, because, you know, as you grow, you develop and you start learning into deeper things. Like, I have a lot of planetary information in this one because that's where my life took me into my studies and pursuit in witchcraft, I guess. And then I have this one. I've got a lot of them, guys. There's a lot of information. And this one is mostly spells that I have written. And some more correspondence. Like, there is so much stuff out there. And as you go, so the original one I showed you guys is correspondence from, like, other people's information. Well, as I learn and I develop, I've learned kind of my own correspondence. So those are more like suggestions of what works for other people. And this one I have documented on how things work for me, if that makes sense. Like, you know, I have like, how do I explain it? I found that for some people, certain herbs help with certain spells, and for me, certain herbs might work better in different kinds of spells than they do for them. So this one is more personalized correspondences, self-written spells, invoctions, and it does include some of what's going on in my life, but I try to mainly keep that in this journal, Book of Shadows. And then I have this one, which is kind of messy. So years ago, I went to a, like, Wiccan store, witchcraft store, and I saw this on sale, and it just called to me. And so this one I am putting together. I have nice, like, parchment paper and stuff. My writing is terrible, guys. So, I've made, here, whoops, see, I'm doing a terrible job. This paper tore out. I need to get some of those, like, plastic protectors for them, but this is like a ruins chart. So basically, this one is just a combo of information that I'm putting together for my daughter when she's older. So this one's not going to have, like, personal experiences and stuff. This is going to be correspondence and spells and stuff, so that I can pass it down to her. Like, I thought that would be a really sweet idea. She's already showing an interest in the craft. But, so I hope this video is not too jumbly like most of mine are. But basically, there are ways, like, I have a book in front of me, Scott Cunningham's, it's a combo book. It's got 3 of his books together, and the section is Living Wicca, and he suggests his outline is like a very formal coven style. I'm a solitary witch, so mine is quite different. But for those of you who are thinking about starting a coven, I'll just read through this little list in case you want to start writing a Book of Shadows that way. He recommends title page, which I think that goes in any Book of Shadows if you want. Talking about laws, rules, codes, conduct, invoctions of gods and goddesses, and like a blessing in the beginning. I do have blessings in the beginning of all of my Books of Shadows. I forgot to mention that. He suggests information on circle casting and disbanding circles. And he recommends being as specific as possible. Information on how to perform rituals, what you would need for them, Sabbats, full moon rites, tools, like recipes on cakes and stuff like that you're going to use for your Sabbats, prayers, chants, and invocations, tools of the craft, initiation rituals, or initiation rituals for other people if you're going to be trying to form a coven, magic rites and information, including herbal lore, recipes, and try to write them as specific as you can, spells, information about your deities, symbols that you like to use, correspondences. So, in my opinion, Book of Shadows are basically anything that you have learned throughout the craft that you want that you need to remember. It's a great way to store your information and reflect on it later. Learning witchcraft is a process, a journey, an art, and there is so much information out there. And I really don't think there's a wrong way to do a Book of Shadows. I think it's very personal, and make them your own. If you want to buy, I've seen some very beautiful ones that people make and sell. If you want to buy one of those, go for it. If you want to just get yourself a regular notebook, go for it. It's all personal choice. It's a place to document whatever you want relating to the craft or not. You can use it as more of a journal style and include some spells, or you can do like I did. I have multiple different ones that kind of are different styles. Like I have one that's for, other people to look at. I have personal ones full of correspondence, and I have some that are more of a journal style, but include stuff related to my craft. So I'm hoping this makes sense, guys. Yeah, my best advice would be to just start. I have several different ones because I just started and started putting down stuff, and then I got other ones because I wanted a little organization going on. I've seen people use like 3-ring binders with like sheet protectors and stuff, and that is a great idea. I think they're fantastic because you can take, you have your spell written out, and you can take it out and you can put it back and you can organize them and add to them. And so that's also a great idea, but it's all just whatever you want. Include as much information as you learn, and remember to keep going, keep learning. There's going to be so much information the farther you go down your path. I know when I very first started my Book of Shadows, I was trying to kind of like, okay, a lot. This much is for spells, this much of the journals for correspondence and stuff, but it just didn't work out that way for me. So some of these are quite jumbled, and I'm actually thinking to myself, that 3-ring binder thing sounds really good. Maybe I can alter this wooden one up a little bit and make it kind of like a 3-ring binder style. So I hope this was helpful. I feel like I rambled a lot. If you guys found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like. And like I said, if you guys want to know more about self-dedication ceremonies or anything, leave me a comment, let me know. I will see you guys later. This was Indigo Eclipse, and thank you for watching.